Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. So today we're going to take a look at Solana. They've had some difficulties today. This is not a video slating Solana. This is a video just covering what's happened. We really do like this protocol and we think it's still going to continue to do remarkably well. People need to remember that this technology is still ultra new and it is moving at the fastest pace any technology has. It's the fastest growth for technology in history. So hiccups are bound to happen and they're going to happen on multiple protocols. So, you know, you got to take it with a pinch of salt, but you know, people do get fearful when this sort of stuff happens. So we'll cover it. We'll let you know what our thoughts and opinions are. We'll wrap that up at the end. We'll keep this one short and sweet. If you do like this sort of content, mash up that like button, subscribe, tap that bell, select all those notifications so you never miss a video. So let's get down to the desktop and see what's cracking. So coin market cap, we're at 161.82, up 1.06%. Now you're probably wondering, Chris, what's the big deal, right? The price hasn't really moved too much, but it did drop down to 144.15. It's about 15% drop when this happened. So let's have a look at the media and see what they're saying. So Solana suffers sharp volatility after network becomes flooded with transactions. Okay, so Solana token experienced some sharp price fluctuations today, falling more than 15% after the Solana blockchain network went down on, and it has to be said, has recouped most or much, as they've articulated it here, of those losses. The digital asset dropped as low as 142.86 today. I didn't see that. I saw 144, but you know, it's not too far out. At that point, the cryptocurrency had fallen more than 16%. It was actually 15 after reaching an initial high of 171.48, close to 5 a.m. ET. Further, it had fallen more than 33% from its all-time high of 214.36. It reached on September 8th. Now for me, this is normal. This would be a healthy retrace in this space, but you let me know what you think in the comments below. After declining to this level, the digital currency started recovering, trading at 161.60 at the time they wrote this article. Then you got some fluff here about how terrible and how careful you have to be investing in cryptocurrency because it's dangerous. We can't have you becoming wealthy. But with that said, I'm not a financial advisor and this should be treated as educational purposes only content, right? So you know, you've got to make your own investment decisions. So let's get into the crux of it, the technical difficulties that Solana have had today. Much of today's price action took place after the Solana network went down, a development that was reported this morning shortly before 8 a.m. ET. This network produced its last block, according to the Solana scan data report. So the CEO later, or a few hours later, around 11 a.m., and basically tweeted this. Bots during the 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧 IDO are flooding the network at 300k transactions per second. When he mentioned IDO, he was referring to the initial decentralized exchange, also known as DEX offering, which was taking place on 𝗕𝗓𝗪, an automated market maker and liquidity provider that was built on top of the Solana network. Roughly 4 hours later at 3 p.m, the Solana status Twitter account posted an update which said Solana mainnet beta encountered a large increase in transaction load, which peaked at 400,000 transactions per second. These transactions flooded the transaction processing queue, and lack of prioritization of the network critical messaging caused the network to start forking, right? So analysts weigh in When explaining Solana's latest price movement, several market observers spoke to these difficulties. While the token lost value early today, it has been trending lower before Solana network went down. As a result, analysts also pointed out key role that profit taking plays in placing downward pressure on prices. I see today's price action indeed as a mix between standard profit taking and impact of recent technical events. That's what they've been saying here. I would say Solana's price drop was a combined result of widespread market profit taking during the mainnet crash today, he stated. They're pretty much saying the same thing, right? In spite of the unfortunate development, more than one analyst offered an optimistic take on the project's future. The outage of Solana's network will have undoubtedly played a part in the decline of Solana's price, but it can bounce back provided the network is restored swiftly and investors remain confident in the project long term and don't get too unnerved by the incident, right? And I think that's the real point to sort of raise here, right? Like, it is early on when it comes to cryptocurrency, right? And for those of you that weren't about in the early days, right, ETH had problems. And you look at ETH now, right? Don't get me wrong, it's still got problems, but ultimately, it's regarded as a safe haven for investing in cryptocurrency, right? Not my take on things, but a lot of people would have you believe that, right? So with that said, they had problems and they're trading just fine. And I kind of expect Solana to be the same, right? But you do have to look over your shoulder, right? You've got Cardano, teeing everything up, and there's going to be people taking a look at Cardano as the chosen protocol, right? Like, that's a given. So let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. I'm literally along the lines of, I think Solana is going to do just fine. It's recouped most of the losses that it's found. I think expect some sideways trading, some turbulence perhaps in the short term, but long term I think Solana will do remarkably well. But let me know, like you say, what your thoughts are in the comments below. Really interested to know, and I will reply to as many comments as I can. So with that said, mash up that like button, subscribe, tap that bell, select all notifications so you never miss a video. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.